Hello everyone. In this video, I wanted to quickly discuss what are the best ways to both gain and spend crystals, since they're quite a rare resource in this game. Uh, First of all, I want to start with how you gain crystals and all of the ways I've found so far. So first of all, you can get 20 crystals daily from the daily check-in. You go to shop, play, and you claim these. You can get these every day, and they reset at midnight for server time. Once you claim these, uh, you will be getting 20 daily, so that means you will be getting 140 weekly. I'll try to measure in weeks since a lot of the rewards actually reset weekly, and it will be easier to keep track of what you get and how much you get. Right, the next one is actually arena rewards. Yeah, the week just ended, and I placed, I believe, silver 3 or something like that. Let me see. Oh, where can you find the rankings? I already forgot. Ah, there you go. Weekly reward. Yeah, so this ultimately depends on how well you manage to place. So if you don't try hard it, I mean, it's the beginning of the server, so everyone was quite low. I don't think people reach even higher than these ranks. But for the beginning, yeah, I got silver 3, so I got 250 crystals this week. I also got the season reward. I'm not sure why, since the season didn't end just yet, but that was probably either a bug or maybe it was a 1 week season and now we start playing properly. So yeah, if you're a more active player, you can maybe aim for gold. If you got a really good team, you'll obviously go into higher ranks, but I mean, if you're going into higher ranks here, you probably don't need this guide. Alright, so from here you can expect, see what rank you place. I'd say since it was beginning of the week, you can go up 1 or 2 ranks from what you placed this week, since there are less players. You'll have less chances to fight weaker people down below, meaning that this week was definitely one of the hardest ones. Right, so you can calculate from there. So for me, it was 250 crystals this week. So that adds up to, I believe, 140 from daily to 50, so 390 crystals so far. Then here are the next methods. These are one of the bigger crystal gains. It's actually the daily challenge. When you join a guild, and joining a guild is quite easy since you can find a lot of open ones. There is this complete the quest, repeat the quests. Oh, I think I'm mistaken. Yeah, it's not for a guild. Repeat the quests can be found in quest and repeat. These are super easy. You get these daily. I mean, I'm not gaining them since I've stacked a lot so far, but you can just farm any one of these three runs. I mean, the higher level ones will be a little longer, but they're definitely not hard. If you want to really rush it, you can just pick the first area. You'll have to kill, I believe, like 10 or 15 units, 20 units, and you'll breeze through these in a few minutes. And the reward is quite huge since it's 300 daily, so that adds another whopping 2,100 crystals per week, making a total of 2490. And similar to the daily quest, there is also the weekly quest. Let me find it real quick. Yeah, just below the daily challenge, there's also the weekly challenge, which is 4 times more the P request. So you can actually, once the quest resets, you can definitely bang out all 12 in like probably 5 to 10 minutes and get the 600 crystals as well. And with this quest, it adds up to 3090 crystals so far, for me at least. If you're not counting the arena one, you can actually take it as around 2750 crystals plus whatever arena ranking you get. Uh, and the last method, it's actually the season reward, but I'm not including in this calculation, since you only get the rewards once every 3 months, and yeah, if you see that I placed, for example, silver 3, I would get 1,250, but since 3 months have around 12 to 13 weeks, it will be only around 100 crystals per week, so it's not a huge difference. But overall, for example, if you're just like me and you place in silver 3, and let's say I keep the silver 3 rank the whole season for the whole 3 months, you can expect to get around 3,200 crystals per week. And now the second part of the video is what you should spend them on. First of all, you should go to the shop, go to the growth and evolution, and you're gonna want to buy these 2 packs every week. You can only buy them once a week, and these basically grant you additional entries to both the dungeon, Essence Dungeon, and growth ticket, allowing you to fight 12 more times in each every week. Then I believe there was, let me see, where is it? There was another shop item that I already bought. Yeah, these ones. Bag expansion package. You can actually buy these separately from the inventory menu right here. For example, if you want more rune space, you can buy rune space from here. If you want more inventory space, you can buy inventory space like that as well. But since the bag gives around a 400% value, that means it's four times more valuable than buying them separately. So you should definitely, first of all, get these. I lost them again. Yeah, there you go. It's in the general space and special price. You grab these. There are 2 of them. So make sure that after you buy the first one, you should get an arrow here to go to the next one, or just close it and bring it up again, and you'll see it here. You get 10 of each space. The second one will give 20, and you get some account badges which you can use to not bring too much level. So for example, if I'm level up to 27, it will be like half a level. It will just allow you to speed up your leveling process a tiny bit. And the last thing you should be buying constantly is these additional, let me see, Kairos. Yeah, I've already used mine, but you should recharge your entries with crystals. If you use, you get 4 recharges, and each of them costs 50 crystals more. So it starts with 50, then 100, 150, and 200, and you get 3 entries for each recharge. That means the 12 recharge price comes up to 500 crystals, which is actually equal to the price of the pack we saw here in the Growth Evolution. So grabbing both the recharge and these is definitely crucial for every week. And once you've used up your recharges, you can actually use the tickets you bought to buy even more entries to the dungeon. Yep, there you go. And yeah, last part of what you should be spending crystals on, since the crystals you have used there, you used a bit less than you gain every week. Here's what I'm gonna suggest. Many players I know, both in Summon as well as Sky Arena and this game, will probably consider using them on summons. You actually can't see, since I currently have scrolls, but you can buy 1 summon for 300 or 10 for 2,700 crystals. I'm gonna tell you that is a horrible purchase. Once you have quite a few monsters, you definitely don't need the additional ones, and the price for those monsters, so the price for 300 crystals for 1 scroll, is definitely not good. Instead, you can look at the last consumables tab, and you can find some useful items here. I haven't focused gathering yet, but if you enjoy that, you can look into these 2, as these will allow you to gather the sources and use them for crafting. I would say this one, since entries to the dungeon are already limited, you will eventually need some additional essences for awakening, since there are like 10 levels of awakening. It will not give you a lot, it will give you 50 essences total, but these every week will stack up and definitely should help you awaken a lot of your units. The other thing I would say, name change, well, of course, if you got a good name, you don't need these. Consumables you should not use, or rather not buy, since, for example, for me, I have plenty of them, and if you ever need additional consumables, you can easily craft them via professions. As you can see, you can have like drinks and stuff like that. So yeah, you shouldn't focus those, at least for buying them with crystals. Uh, enhancement shards and rune shards. I'd say these are both decent. Enhancement shards you most likely won't need that many of, since once you get good weapons and good armor, these will eventually not be any useful, since you only have 5 weapons for each element, you only have 1 shield, you only have 1 necklace, and so on. So once you get those, these enhancement shards will become quite useless. But since each monster needs 6 runes, and you'll most likely be building a lot of monsters with a lot of runes, as well as powering additional runes for additional monsters that you might have in the future, you should consider buying this one every week, just to use up your crystals, since they are also limited. And the rest of the crystals, for now, if you find that you really want to spend them, you can of course use them on summons, but this is something that I would not recommend, since, well, as I said, it's good to use them, but they are, for scrolls, they are extremely overpriced, so I wouldn't focus them. I myself will be saving them, since you never know, maybe there will release a special event or something like that where you can buy packs of like packs with crystals. I believe there's a pack out right now with where you can buy a legendary scroll and 3 legendary scrolls. Let me see if I can find it. So yeah, this one. You should definitely grab the first one, since the price for that is very good. It's only 3 mystical scrolls, but the price is super cheap. The second and third ones I would not recommend buying, since they are quite overpriced in my opinion. Like, the first pack is okay-ish, since you get a lot of these training potions, so if you want to boost your monsters quickly, you can consider buying, but I'm not a fan of this pack. This one you definitely shouldn't buy, unless you really want those Nat 4s. I mean, it's 3 legendary scrolls, so there's a low chance you'll get a Nat 5, so go in expecting that you'll get a Nat 4 from all 3 of these. These, I mean, by the time you save up 8,000 crystals, you'll definitely have a lot of XP potions, so they won't be a problem for you. And Transcendence Scroll. I'm not sure about this one. I mean, it's a Nat 5. I would say it's a decent purchase if you are struggling getting Nat 5s. It could be my personal bias, but I think I got really lucky with monsters, since I'm summoning, well, like probably 200 mystical scrolls total, maybe even less, like 450. And I already got like 1, 2, 3, I believe, yeah, 4 and 5 Nat 5s. So yeah, if you're struggling with that, you can consider buying the Transcendent Scroll. I would say definitely go in this order. So you purchase the mystical scrolls here. If you want to buy and well, not waste, but just use up your crystals and you have a lot, make sure that you have like at least 2,000 every week saved up for those weekly purchases. If you want to buy it, the second purchase would be this. The third would be this, but the third and fourth, so this and this, I do not recommend, since in my opinion it's a bit of a waste of crystals. Yeah, and the rest of the crystals you should definitely save up a bit, since you never know, maybe you won't be playing for a week or something, but you will want to buy those weekly purchases, so you'll need to be stocked up a bit. And yeah, that's about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one.